Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the extended version of today's reading here on Patreon. Thank you so much for being part of our beautiful soul tribe on Patreon. I appreciate each and every one of you here. If you would like me to channel a more specific message for you and your situation, I do recommend liking the video either here on Patreon or on the YouTube video itself, as this does tend to allow me to more easily pick up on your energy. Okay, so let's get started by diving back into that masculine energy that came out in the first reading. This person was coming through very strongly in the reading as being someone who wanted to communicate something to you. But again, there was that imagery of someone having almost like tape over their mouth or something, metaphorically, where they weren't going to speak or weren't going to communicate. It does almost feel as though they are forcefully trying to keep themselves from saying too much or from over communicating. And I feel this relates back to those heart chakra blockages that this person seems to be holding. But again, there is a lot of love and affection here. We have the Temple Path card in the upright position. So I feel that this person entering or re-entering your life, or possibly the communication that is coming through here, is coming because of your alignment, Divine Feminine, with a very high vibrational timeline. I am powerfully getting this sense that it's almost as though you've been doing a lot of inner work on yourself. You've been flowing, growing, expanding, evolving spiritually. And that has been emanating this brand new signal that is attracting in a lot of positive attention from people who are, as I've said in past reading videos, quantum connected to you. So anyone who has ever interacted with you consciously or even unconsciously in this lifetime or in a past life. So that is coming up with this particular person because they seem to be one of those who is responding to this powerful shift in your energy. With the throat chakra reversed and the rest and rejuvenation card reversed, I see that I'm seeing almost like a pressure building within this person, particularly in their throat chakra, as they've been trying to hold back from saying too much, from communicating too much. I'm hearing falling very fast for you. So this is someone who feels like they are catching feelings for you very quickly, or maybe old feelings are being reunited if this is a past flame in your life. This person, I'm hearing their soul isn't really allowing them to sleep until they express what they need to express, until they get something off their chest here. This has the energy of communication that wants to come through so strongly that it's literally affecting them on a day-to-day basis. Like they're not able to sleep or eat or focus or something along those lines. Like this need to communicate something is really affecting them on a regular basis. So with that being said, I want to know what this particular person wants to communicate to you, Divine Feminine. So what are they wanting to communicate so badly? Wow, I got a wave of chills flipping over these cards because we have Magician and the Mirror reversed and Goddess of the Moon reversed. So Magician and the Mirror is one of my top 2 twin flame cards in the deck. So this could very well be a twin flame connection. This also has a mirror on the image and it's reversed. So I'm hearing the words opposite mirror coming up again, where this person might tend to mirror you in kind of an opposite fashion. So where you may have open chakra centers, this person may be closed. So for example, if you are someone who naturally has a very open heart, this may be someone who doesn't have as much of an open heart space, but might have a very open solar plexus, like a lot of confidence, but not an open heart. Or that is just one example here. But I also feel as though there is this energy bond where shifts that one of you makes seem to affect the other, which is also giving me potential twin flame energy, because it seems like when you step into your empowerment, it actually triggers this person's healing and their own shifting and growth as well. Although I'm hearing that the growth might actually kind of lag on their end, it might be slower, which is also very often true for the way that the divine masculine will process energy in comparison to the divine feminine, especially again if this happens to be a twin flame connection. Now with Goddess of the Moon reverse, Goddess of the Moon is my divine feminine card. So the fact this card is reversed tells me that this particular person, I'm hearing void and like longing. They feel your absence or you not being in their life, at least in a strong, consistent way, as this really powerful void within them that they can't seem to fill with anything else. Really what they're missing is their own internal connection to their divine feminine, but it's almost like you are the embodiment of this person's internal divine feminine essence, their own creativity, their own emotionality that they're having trouble accessing. Because I'm getting those very intense messages, I have a feeling that your connection to each other has the tendency to become very intense in the physical world. If you've had that kind of physical 3D connection, there may be a lot of triggering here. In your unhealed state, the connection's unhealed state, there would also be the potential for codependent patterns to manifest just because of how intensely the two of you are energetically bonded or connected here. So what else is this person wanting to communicate? I see why they're having trouble communicating all of that, by the way, because those are some really deep and intense messages. And I feel like that is why they're trying to keep a lid on this communication, because they don't want to come off too strong or come off too strong too soon if this is a recent connection for some of you. With the sacral chakra upright, I'm hearing that you've activated this person's sacral chakra. So this is the seat of sensuality, but also the seat of intimate emotional connection and creativity. So it may be that you've inspired this person's creativity. You've brought some kind of new energy into their life or into their mind that they're finding highly addictive, because again, this is someone who was in this very monotonous state of being. And just being around you seems to activate this sacral chakra energy that brings newfound passion and excitement and creativity into their life that I'm hearing they haven't experienced in years, maybe even decades for some of them that I'm tapped into here. This person does seem like someone who may have struggled with being low energy or just feeling very disconnected from life for a very long time. That also could have been in relation to their dark night of the soul experience that I see many of them having gone through. And of course, we have the Yin Yang card reversed, another twin flame card. The fact that so far in this Patreon reading, I've only pulled 4 cards here in this spread for this person's thoughts and feelings, and 2 of those 4 cards are twin flame cards, and another is a divine feminine card. This very strongly indicates to me that this is a very ancient, intense, deep soul connection, but for many of you, this very well could be a twin flame as well. However, the 2 twin flame cards that came out are reversed, which tells me that there is some kind of imbalance in this connection that seems to be affecting it in the 3D. I do feel like this person is getting highly triggered, and a lot of these triggers are actually deeply subconscious, to the point where you might be triggering the healing of wounds for this person that are generational or that extend into past lifetimes that the 2 of you may have shared together. This person is very much in a lack mentality, particularly emotionally, with the envy card coming out here. I'm hearing they're craving your light, which was the title of my last video. So this may be the same person for some of you as that last reading video that I did on Monday. For those of you who have listened to that reading, if this reading is connecting, I might recommend exploring that video as well if you haven't yet. I'm hearing this person is trying to come into the light, but they're very stuck in their ways. They're very stuck in this old lack mentality kind of way of seeing themselves, this limited view of themselves in the world. And yes, your energy, Divine Feminine, seems to naturally be breaking them out of that, but it's also highly triggering to them as well. I hear the guide saying, give it time with patience in the upright position. I do sense a lot of urgency coming from this person that you, Divine Feminine, might be picking up on subconsciously. But I feel that if this is someone that you desire to continue connecting with, the best thing you could do is to really focus on yourself, to give this situation time and space, to allow it to unfold naturally at its own pace as you focus on your own self-empowerment, your own self-love. Dominantly, what this masculine wants to communicate is their affection for you. And this is someone who in general really struggles to communicate. I'm hearing touchy-feely things, like they're not someone who considers themselves a very overly emotional person. I do see they may have had very emotional moments, even to the point of tearing up or crying, thinking about you, thinking about this connection in such a warm, loving way. And it scares them. It really terrifies them that you are capable of bringing out this depth of emotional feeling within them that they don't typically feel at all. This also in part comes from that past life connection, that deeper energy bond between your souls, because what they're having trouble wrapping their mind around is how they're able to feel so emotional towards you and about you, particularly if this is someone new or someone that you haven't connected much with in the physical world. And the reason for that is highly spiritual. It's because your bond didn't begin with your interactions in this one specific incarnation. The two of you have been in this kind of eternal dance with each other at a soul level that carries a lot of emotional weight to it that this person is feeling, but because they may not necessarily in their own logical mind be thinking through those spiritual terms, this is very confusing to them. Like, how can I feel so much emotion towards Divine Feminine either so soon or after so long or so intensely? There's something here that doesn't match up to them between the time or the timing of the two of you connecting and how intensely they're feeling towards you. Okay, what else does this particular masculine want to communicate? Is there anything else here? We got the broken heart card reversed. So their higher self, their deeper, more authentic self really wants to heal their heart, wants to heal those heart blockages and triggers and come towards you in a more open, consistent kind of way. But again, as we talked about in the first reading, the issue coming up here with this particular person is they are holding on to some kind of heart blockages that seem to be triggering them whenever they start to open their heart to you and might lead to avoidant or hot and cold behavior, as we say. So I want to know more about those heart chakra blockages. How is this person's heart space blocked? We have Goddess of the Moon reversed. I'm hearing I felt disconnected from you for so long. So this may be someone who was trained to be overly logical, either by society, by their community, by their family. They were also trained to be very hyper masculine in nature, meaning not to feel or express their emotions. There's something else here too. What else is going on with this disconnection from the Divine Feminine? Woman holding a heart upright. So this masculine is feeling conflicted because you bring out a part of themselves that they've been so disconnected from for so long. It's almost like they're having difficulty making that consistent connection to their own internal divine feminine nature, that creative, emotionally expressive part of themselves. And that internal disconnect from their internal divine feminine manifests itself as them struggling at times to connect with you consistently physically, because again, it's like bringing up these expressions of emotionality that are very unfamiliar and therefore uncomfortable to them. What other heart blockages are coming up here? Angel of Strength upright. So this is sitting on the third eye, meaning this masculine intuitively senses and perceives you, divine feminine, as being in this very strong, empowered state of being. They might be feeling a little bit triggered by that at times, because it's calling them up into their own empowerment and their own healed state of being. They are aware that you are setting the boundary energetically, a boundary you don't even have to speak out loud, because it is radiated through your energetic field, that you are not going to be consistently connecting in 3D with them from a lower vibrational, codependent, or unhealed state of being. So your energy is calling them to heal themselves and to open themselves, to release these blockages if they're going to consistently connect with you. But of course, their ego self that's comfortable in those old limiting patterns and belief systems is possibly fighting that. So there's some triggering here, because they're sensing that in order to connect with you, they are going to have to free themselves from those old ego prisons with financial constraints in the reverse position. This doesn't have to relate to work and finances. This is any limiting belief system or program that was constructed through this person's ego that they've been holding on to. Yeah, they're being asked to release all of that and lean in fully to their heart with the heart chakra in the upright position. You are also someone who expects heart-centered and heart-open communication. You can sense divine feminine when someone is not communicating with you from the heart space, or someone is trying to hold on to heart blockages while communicating with you. You can sense that resistance in their energy, and it's repelling to you, meaning it can't exist long-term in your energy, in your life consistently. You will naturally be shifting away from and not connecting with these people or connections who try to come at you with a blocked heart chakra. I'm hearing that at times those people will even just feel like they are unable to reach you, or they just feel disconnected from your life, because the law of attraction governs our universe. And of course, the law of attraction states that like attracts like. So when you are in this powerfully heart open energy, those who don't have their heart open aren't able to consistently reach you and connect with you as frequently as they may have been able to in your less healed states of being. And again, this masculine is aware of this, even if that awareness is happening subconsciously, and it could be kind of triggering to them, but it's also meant to be deeply healing, depending on whether they make the choice to take the trigger and remain in their old patterns and stay disconnected from you, or whether they make the choice to take the trigger and allow it to illuminate what needs to be healed and do that healing work in order to consistently connect with you. And once again, we have the Magician and the Mirror card in the reverse position. So what is really pulling them through these triggers and pulling them through this healing is the fact that they aren't able to escape how connected they are to you energetically at that deeper level. Because it's almost like there's the illusion of choice here. Like, yes, this person could choose to stay in those unhealed patterns, but they are not going to be able to not feel that deeper energetic bond that they have with you. And that is the realization that I feel is winning out here in the end in this connection. So, wow, very, very intense and intensely emotional messages coming through this particular masculine. I do hope that has connected with someone in a meaningful way. I do want to be moving forward to channeling into any other energies that might be connected to you. the energy of success, but spiritually aligned success, with the victory card sitting on the heart space. We also have healer of the ages. So you are achieving some kind of victory, breaking through an obstacle, or seeing some kind of success through really embodying your healer energy. You are someone who has an incredibly, I'm hearing a healing touch or a healing presence with others, whether you realize that or not. Your energy naturally uplifts others that you're around. And I am picking up that for some of you listening, you might actually be beginning to recognize ways in which you can connect this healing ability that you have, this uplifting ability that you have, with something material that you can channel that energy into, or something that you can create or do in the physical world that is really reflecting your own energetic essence, and therefore bringing a lot of value back into your life, possibly even whatever you consider material success or material value in the form of finances. For some of you, this could be work related. This could be starting a business. This might be opportunities coming in related to work or business. But I see that it's all starting energetically with you continuing to focus on healing yourself and being in that high vibrational state of being that naturally uplifts others, and then noticing the opportunities that begin to show up to reflect that healing work that you've done within. So what other energies are connected to the beautiful Divine Feminines listening here at this time? Anxiety in the reverse position. I'm hearing releasing fear. What is this Divine Feminine releasing fear about? I'm hearing fear of the unknown, releasing fear of not knowing, possibly fear of breaking free of some kind of old pattern or cycle. This could even be a karmic contract or a karmic pattern with contract in the upright position. This also could be just breaking with tradition for some of you. For a while, you may have tried to conform yourself to what society or what other people wanted you to be, but you are learning to really embrace your true north and to follow your own compass, the compass of your intuition, to break free of convention, and in doing so to actually break open people's minds to what is possible for them as well, to really break others out of the matrix, so to speak, meaning those old limiting belief systems and patterns, and to show them what is possible, to show them unlimited potential through your example of breaking with the norm. Now we do have the Sun card in the reverse position. So this card upright often speaks to new beginnings. We have Angel of Strength reversed. Okay, so I'm hearing that anyone who does not resonate with this new, healed, empowered version of you will not be able to consistently connect with you in this new beginning energy that you are stepping into. This is coming up as well because this exact message manifested itself around that masculine energy that came through earlier as well, when I said that this person might find it very triggering that they see you in this Angel of Strength energy. They recognize that you are no longer willing to consistently connect with anyone who violates your boundaries, who does not connect with you from that place of confidence and self-empowerment. But this is true on a broader scale as well. Anyone who is trying to connect with an outdated version of you that is less empowered or less confident will find it increasingly difficult to connect with you in the 3D world. We also have the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra connecting here. Wow, this is really powerful because what your guides are saying here is that you are someone who is intertwining your newfound sense of elevated confidence in yourself with your open heart chakra energies. So it's like you have this energy of one who is both highly confident, but also bravely heart open. And that is rendering you extremely powerful, particularly when it comes to manifesting, because I'm hearing you've unlocked two major keys with manifesting in your life, which is building a sense of confidence in yourself, but also connecting that with that authenticity that flows from the open heart space. So what else can I channel here about this powerful manifestational space that the Divine Feminine is in? We also have the sacral chakra. Wow, you are very energetically open. Many of your chakra centers are just wide open at this time, Divine Feminine. You might even be sensing this about yourself. You may be able to feel that your energy, your aura is just brighter or more open than usual. And I do feel like this is the direct result of a lot of work that you've been doing energetically to bring yourself into balance with Angel of Balance in the upright position. But circling back to this sacral chakra card, this is about being fully rooted and present in the moment, being in your creative energy, connecting to your own physical body, and also being highly receptive. I'm hearing get ready to receive, because it also seems like the universe is in process of delivering a lot of really powerful manifestations in your life and asking you to keep a very open, receptive energy and to stay in that flow state as much as possible while releasing your fears of the unknown with anxiety in the reverse position, because there seem to be many beautiful things making their way into your physical life experience at this time. Okay, so let's reshuffle the cards and see if there are any other energies attached to you. I've noticed that the spirit guides and higher self are actually speaking through this read of your aura and who is connected to you. So are there any other spirit guide messages or anyone else connected to the Divine Feminine's energy? I'm hearing you shifted to a new timeline with adjacent possibilities reverse and also door to spirit upright. So this is connected to that spiritual upgrade that we spoke on at the beginning of the first reading. You might be noticing certain small shifts or changes in your perceptions. So things around you might look slightly different. Colors might look a little bit different. You might notice very small changes, or life itself might just have this different tone or color to you that's really hard to explain. These can all be signs that you've actually shifted to a new timeline. Of course, there are many other signs as well, and I'd be happy to share more about those other signs in a different video, but I am sensing that you're noticing these small changes around you, possibly in the people that you interact with, that are indicating to you that you've actually shifted to a brand new reality here. And on this brand new timeline, I do see you, Divine Feminine, as well, connecting with an awakened divine masculine energy with man holding a coin upright. So this may be the masculine that came out earlier, but in their own healed version. This could be someone else from your past, someone entirely new. But what I'm really getting most strongly is you are only exclusively holding space for awakened divine masculine energies to enter your life. Whether these are close friends who are entering your life, or family members, or romantic opportunities. Regardless, I'm seeing that you are no longer willing to connect with lower vibrational or less conscious masculine energies in a consistent way. They're actually being blocked out of your energy field. I'm also getting that in other cases, you may not know exactly who this reunion timeline is solidifying with, this divine love union timeline. You can sense that something really powerful for you is aligning in love, and you may have an idea of who this might be, but I'm also seeing that you are powerfully keeping yourself open. You are surrendering to the flow of your life and allowing this awakened masculine to show you through their 3D words and actions and that leadership they step into, that they are someone who is available for you to experience this divine love union timeline with. I'm hearing your surrender is rendering you so powerful. That message has been very thematic in recent readings. And of course, to confirm those divine love union messages that you are aligning with, we have the Happy Family card. This is the most powerful card for a union, particularly in love. I'm also seeing that some kind of previously stuck energy could be breaking loose, particularly in connection with this love union or reunion. What is this stuck energy breaking loose? With the World card reversed, this could be related to something that you felt that you had failed at or not succeeded at. This may be something that you've given up on. This could be related to work, life, career, or to love. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, this feels like with Ace of Swords reversed, something that you felt very tired by with the Nine of Wands and also very unsure about. It's almost like you just weren't able to get clarity on what to do with this particular situation in your life. But then I see suddenly the stuck energy breaks free and brings in many powerful manifestations around this subject that you may have felt very stuck on. It's like the energy of going from feeling as though you have no good options to suddenly receiving a multitude of really powerful, potentially wonderful options. So again, you can take that in your work. If you are looking for a job that is aligned with you, you may go from no offers to suddenly multiple really powerful offers. This could be business related. This could be love related. Take that as it resonates, but I do feel some stuck energy really powerfully breaking loose there. This just feels like a very highly spiritual moment in your life, regardless of when you are aligning with this video. With the Star card upright, you might be feeling more in your spiritual essence and nature than usual. You may be just viscerally kind of feeling this spiritual upgrade that's happening within you energetically that has shifted you to this brand new timeline that we've been talking about. I do want to pull one final Rumi Oracle card to close the reading. Again, I do hope something from the reading was meaningful for you. As always, if so, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But of course, only take the messages that do connect for you personally and intuitively, and leave the rest here. Now, the final card I pulled from Rumi is Al-Azza, Star of Venus. So I'm going to close this reading with a guidebook message. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. Rumi. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness, pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest divine love. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I am wishing you a beautiful, wonderful remainder of your week, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's Patreon reading.